India wants to become a global manufacturing powerhouse, perhaps even rival China. The ambition is clear, the investments are catching up, and the blueprint of accelerating frontier industries is en route to materializing. Billions are being invested in semiconductors, electric vehicles, batteries, drones, and artificial intelligence. But an uncomfortable reality haunts India's dreams. Can you build the industries of the future without first building the industries that make them possible? Think of manufacturing as a three-layer pyramid. At the bottom are raw materials like steel, aluminium, and chemicals. At the top are frontier industries like semiconductors, EVs, and robotics. But the largest layer sits in between. Machine tools, bearings, pumps, valves, motors, gears, fasteners, transformers, cables, and thousands of engineering products that turn raw materials into finished goods. Every EV, for instance, needs motors, bearings, gears, wirings, molds, and machine tools long before it reaches a customer. Yet, for the past 2 decades, India's industrial policy has overwhelmingly focused on the top of the pyramid through schemes such as Make in India, PLI, the India Semiconductor Mission, FAME, and the National Green Hydrogen Mission. The result? Electronics assembly has grown, but India still imports semiconductors, sensors, precision components, specialty materials, and industrial sub-assemblies because the supplier ecosystem beneath them remains weak. And the consequences are already visible. Take for example solar manufacturing. India imports around 95% of its solar cells from China. From June 1, government-backed solar projects must use solar cells manufactured in India to reduce dependence on Chinese imports. But India has built far more capacity to make solar panels than the solar cells that go inside them. Manufacturers without their own cell facilities are waiting up to 8 months for supplies. According to the All India Solar Module Manufacturers Association, nearly 1/3 of India's small and medium-sized solar panel manufacturers have already stopped production, while many others have cut operations. Panels using scarce Indian-made cells have become significantly more expensive than those using imported Chinese cells, with developers estimating project cost could rise by around 35% until supplies improve. And it's happening in other industries as well. A new series of reports by CDEP Research and the Center for WTO Studies found that dependence on critical upstream materials is weakening manufacturing across multiple sectors. For example, India has the capacity to manufacture 100 million fiber kilometers of optical fiber cable, but it still relies on imports for critical upstream inputs like germanium tetrachloride, silicon tetrachloride, helium, and UV resins. The finished product can be made here, but the industrial backbone still cannot. In viscose staple fiber, domestic manufacturers face a 7 to 8% cost disadvantage because the raw material attracts import duty, while finished fiber from ASEAN countries enters India duty-free. China didn't become the world's factory by starting with semiconductors or electric vehicles. It first mastered tens of thousands of industrial backbone products, creating dense supplier networks, tooling companies, and precision engineering firms. Only then did its high-tech industries take off. India is attempting almost the reverse. That's why some experts say that if India wants to become more than the world's assembly line, it has to master the industries that sit between raw materials and finished products. That's the foundation every manufacturing superpower has been built on. Follow Business Standard for more such stories.